After Copenhagen bloodshed, the Nazis arrested thousands of political opponents. Many were killed or injured, went into hiding, wait for the right opportunity to come back and fight the regime. For almost 3 long years, we waited and watched things getting worse. Powerless until that day in March 1936. An airship shaped like a giant cigar. That is not a cigar, but okay. Hovers above Tempelhof Airport. Hindenburg, the name of the former German president, is painted on the front of the hall. Hurry up, says Falklands, leading the way to the entry barriers. Are we late for something? Yes, he laughs. We are late for your first airship flight. A band plays military marches, swastika flags flutter in the wind. The crowd starts cheering when the stairs of the Hindenburg are lowered. Sieg Heil! Pretend to join the cheering. Keep quiet. Keep quiet. Stare at the ground so people around me won't see that I don't join their cheers. One of the guards keeps keeping the crowd from getting too loose till the airship stops us. Halt! Only for invited guests. Oh, we are, says Falk, and takes out a letter. The guard looks at the letter, hands it back, and pulls back the rope. Hi Hitler, Mr. Lentz. And hail, hi Hitler. Herr Schmitz, says Falks, and smiles. Herr Schmitz is here because my wife couldn't make it. I hope that's all right. Of course, Mr. Lentz. Have a nice flight. I'm here instead of your wife? Falk laughs. Inside, the restaurant looks very luxurious, filled with red cushioned chairs, tables covered in white linens. There's even a little promenade with windows granting a look outside. The name is Linz, says Falks to the waiter, who nods and leads us to our table. Tell me what's going on now? I'm done with your games. What's your plan, Falk? You will enjoy it. It's amazing, says Falk and laughs. The crew of the Hindenburg yells commands, and I feel soft pressure in my stomach as the airship begins to rise. I catch a view out of one of the windows and see the people on the ground getting smaller and smaller. Oh, this is terrifying. But also pretty amazing, I have to admit. Told you so, says Falk, grinning. He orders 2 drinks. When they arrive, he raises his glass and says, to you, good Kaufman, and your brave group of heroes. Shh, don't say those things in public. Calm down, this is the regime's home turf. No one would expect, well, us, in a place like this, which makes it the perfect place to discuss restarting the group. I lean my head towards his and lower my voice. The Gestapo is stronger than ever. We've been underground for over a year because of the Gestapo. Most of our former supporters are either scared, dead, or have left the country. Why do you think it would be a good idea to revive the group now? This is all true, Gerd, says Falk. Yet you must. For one inescapable reason. It is our last chance to stop a war. Hitler will start a war no matter what. Hitler is preparing for war. We always knew that. Everyone who wants to know knows it. And what makes you think we can prevent it? I ask. This is all a very good question, says Falk. And I will answer it, but first you must excuse me for a moment. I just saw someone I need to talk to. Why don't you take a look around the ship? The view from the promenade windows is marvelous. And they even have a lounge. It's a perfect place to meet interesting people. Why did you bring me here if you're going to leave me alone? Would you answer my question first, please? Excuse me, I say, but Falk has already gotten up and is walking towards a man in a grey Luftwaffe uniform. They greet each other as if they were old friends and start talking. I'm too far away to hear what they're saying. I wonder what to do. Go to the lounge. The lounge is behind 2 heavy gates, the second of which is guarded by a member of the Hindenburg crew. Can I offer you something to read? He asks as I'm about to enter. Yes, please. The lounge has no windows and is illuminated by indirect artificial light. Comfortable leather armchairs are arranged around small tables. There is only one other guest when I enter. He smiles and offers me a chair next to him. Take the offer and sit down next to him. Thank you, you are too kind, I say, and take the seat. What brings you to this miracle of modern technology? He says with a strong American accent. A friend of mine invited me here. Really? He says, raises an eyebrow. Lucky you, I guess. Why are you here? Me, I am a journalist writing for the New Observer, an American magazine. I am from the United States, and as you might have guessed from my accent. I thought so, yes. Let me introduce myself. I am Tom Fox, American journalist and danger seeker. If I wasn't, I would not be sitting inside a giant sack of hydrogen. He smiles. You're about to be killed. What do you think about the New Germany? Why are you aboard this airship? I write about the New Germany from the American readers. I am fortunate to get invited to these kinds of events this fall. What do you think about the New Germany? I love German culture, German food, German language. Honestly, I had serious doubts about your government and the way they had handled things before I came here. You had doubts, but you still came? Yes, I did, and I don't regret it in the slightest, he said. But after spending 3 months in Reich, I must say, your country is up to something. I will make sure that the readers in the States get the real picture. And what do they currently think? What do they currently think? I asked. What do you want them to think instead? There are lots of rumors about Germany, says Fox. See, we like our freedoms and the right to do what we like, but Hitler and his party seem to interfere in every detail of people's lives. And the Americans don't like that? No, we don't. Many American newspapers paint a picture of Germany as a country where people get arrested and killed by their government all the time. Many of us, myself included, thought Germany was doomed when Hitler took over. But now you think differently. Yes, I must admit that I am impressed. Germany looks great. Berlin looks great. And the rumors about how the Jews are being mistreated seems to be exaggerated. In my 3 months here, I haven't seen anything problematic. Because all the Jews were taken away. So your story will be everything fine in Germany? Pretty much, yes. While I am sure that I don't want someone like Hitler for us in the U.S., I think that maybe for you Germans, Hitler is just what you needed. I call for it. Are you all right? Asked Fox. There are things you and your readers should know. Oh, he says, this sounds interesting. I'm always interested in finding new sources, and be assured, you can tell me anything. Informants stay anonymous. Not here. Do you have a card? Of course! This is the address of my Berlin office. If I am not there, just talk to my secretary. He hands me a business card. I need to get back to the restaurant. It was a pleasure to meet you, Herr Schmidt, he says as he gets up and leaves. I never introduced myself. Go back to the promenade. Go to the windows and look out. I move close to one of the promenade windows and look out. Far beneath us, I see the city of Berlin. We are so far away that I can't recognize people on the streets anymore. Even cars are hard to see. Isn't it wonderful? Says an elderly woman next to me. You mean the way the city looks from here? You mean the wonder of flight, to the fact that the city looks so small from here, I ask? Both, she says. Isn't this just wonderful view to see the world? I think it reflects how everything works down here. Here we are, masters and mistresses flying above the world. And down there is everyone else so small, so insignificant, that you can't even see them anymore. An odd way of saying them. We are their lords and masters, but they don't know it. She breaks into high-pitched laughter and reaches into her gloved hand. My apologies, I haven't introduced myself. I'm the Countess von Falkenstein. Take her hand and introduce yourself. Take her hand and introduce yourself as Herr Schmidt. Ignore her hand. Herr Schmidt. Schmidt, well, if you say so, Herr Schmidt, she says and arches an eyebrow. May I ask, how come you find yourself on this fantastic vehicle? My friend works for the government. How nice of him, she says, but her tone seems to indicate that she doesn't mean it. Hitler and his party are often proletarian in a way that disgusts me, but they know how to impress. You have to give them that. She points to a huge crowd that is assembled below to wave at the airship. Should be careful with those kinds of statements. No one dares to try anything. My family has been... Oh, it's her speaking. Where's the quotes? ruling this land for centuries. We survived the French, the Great War, the Revolution, and the Republic. We'll survive this too. Besides, I support the fear. I think he's a masterful leader. And you're a silver-tongued devil is what you are. Where does your family come from? We used to have properties all over the Reich, but today only a fraction of it is left. Some factories, few estates, ridiculously humble villa in, Wilmsterdorf. I would invite you, but its simplicity would embarrass me. That must be hard. It must be very hard for you, I said. It is terrible, she says. If we didn't have at least a few lucrative contracts with the SS, we'd have starved to death long ago. Is that why you agree with Hitler? Hitler promised to make Germany great again. Moving on. And that is exactly what he's doing. He got all of us out of that shameful Treaty of Versailles. He got the Sarbason back from the French, and he will bring back the Polish corridor. But this might lead to war, don't you think? Now it is you who is risking his life, don't you think? No, I don't think Hitler's actions will lead us to war, she says. The people around him are sometimes questionable, but other nations look at us in awe. He made them respect us again. You really think so? The Jews, the Communists, the Democrats, the Union, they have destroyed us. They all kept us from reaching our natural greatness. But look at us now. We shine, we rise. During the Olympic Games, the world will come to us, and the world will see the true, great Germany. Music. Wait for Falk to come back. See Falk standing at the other end of the promenade, gazing at the horizon. The Luftwaffe officer is nowhere to be seen. You have time to answer my questions now? Of course! I'm sorry I left you alone. It was someone who might become very useful to us. I'll introduce you eventually. But what was it again you wanted to know? How can we prevent Hitler from starting a war? Hitler wants war, just not right now. He knows that Wehrmacht isn't ready yet. He needs more time. He needs the world to think that his Reich is just like any other country, that there is no German threat. If the world thinks Hitler is harmless, he will win. So we just let the world know what his plans really are? That's correct, says Falk. Let's face it, it's too late to fight Nazism from the inside. Even killing Hitler won't do it. Most Germans are happily following the regime. We need help from the outside, but if the world believes Hitler is harmless, the required help won't come. How should we convince the world? What makes you think anyone would listen to us? I ask. Nothing, says Falk. But we have to hope that they do. Otherwise, this world will see war and destruction far worse than anything it has ever experienced. Morale 10. We just started! Great excitement. How will elections turn out? The elections are taking place and everyone is eager to see how much the people approve their fear. Oh, it's like someone tweeting about their fucking approving ratings. People of the Rhineland get ready to join the Reich. All they need to do is sign the ballot in favor of annexation in today's election. Nothing matters more than coal. Pablo calls coal the most important resource. Yeah, I just look at you guys like there's a lot of shit history repeats itself right now, and if you guys just don't get it, okay? Certain someone, not gonna say, said coal was the most important thing to America. Like, there are parts of history repeating itself in this very moment, 80 years later. I'm just saying. 95% of the Reich's energy is produced by German coal-fired power plants. It's a bizarre thing to see Nazis holding each other's backs, says Volker. Hey, look, you're still alive. during tonight's meeting. I saw something really weird at a club last night. You're still going to the clubs? What happened? So I went out for drinks last night. As I'm waiting in line to get in, there's a couple in front of me. He is black, she is white. The bouncer gets furious and tells them to piss off. That's ugly, but not unusual, is it? Wait for it, says Volker, and continues. A policeman shows up and goes straight to the bouncer. He whispers something we can't hear. Wait, did the policeman actually make him accept a couple? That's exactly what I'm saying, says Volker. The bouncer grudgingly motioned for them to enter the club, and that was that. Interesting. I think I know when that happened. He intervened because there was a lot of visitors and tourists there. They may have to maintain an image for now, I say. So we got read the news, which we did that. It'd be nice if we could speak to you people! Alright, so here we go. We're planning from the inside. What? Okay, I don't understand this plus 20 bullshit. I still don't understand it. I mean, I guess because we have 20 followers. What's our money look like? We have 100 marks. We're good. Everyone's in the clear. Oh. Alright, let's meet a friend. Listen, Hubert, you're new to the group. We need you. Actually, go back. Cancel him out. Cancel him out. Meet a businessman. Right. Buy paint. Might as well do this now. Hey Ruth, you're the only woman left in the group. God damn it! Really? The wedding? Contact a priest. You're telling me after all these years you still haven't planned this fucking wedding? Meet an academic. We'll have to wait for Volker. Buy paper. We already have stacks of leaflets, so we never really use because they seem pointless. They really do seem pointless. Meet a friend. Okay, you do that one. Yellow. But it is green. Listen, Ruth, I know you do really well with priests. God damn it, Ruth! Stop being competitive with everyone! No, fine, we'll just do it. Let's just do it. 10 people are still supporting us. Yay. Should have broke the people out of prison. God damn it! Yay for money. Morale is 3. We gained 1 supporter. Morale is 2. Did you say something? Ever so slowly. Good job, Volker. Missions 11. Weekly decline. The fuck is this shit? Why is there a weekly decline of morale? Yet we gained morale. I don't understand. 99% for Hitler and the annexation of Rhineland. 99% of voters voted for the NSDAP Adolf Hitler and a continuation and the annexation of Rhineland. Ribbentrop presents the British government in London with the German response to the Locarno Memorandum at the 19th of March. It contains a proposal for a comprehensive peace plan based on full equality of all participants. Except for the Jews. Not them, no. From now on, school sponsorship awards and scholarships will be reserved for members of the Hitler Youth. Ruth, Seems very distraught. God damn it, women... Apparently women during the rebellion couldn't hold their shit together in this game. I don't know. I have to watch what I say around my daughter. I really put us in danger. What kind of danger? The Gestapo came knocking at my door. I had no idea what they were doing there, or how they found me, until it turned out that was my daughter had been repeating anti-Nazi slogans at school. Kill her. I mean... Or how they found me, until it turned out that my daughter has been repeating again. Slogan she must have picked up for me. Did you tell them she... So they suspect you? Yeah, that's why they came to my home to investigate, says Ruth. I played dumb, told them I had no idea where she had learned them. It was enough to avoid worse, but they still have their eyes on me. We have to be careful. Anything we say can be used against us, even unwittingly by the people we love. Look, look! You lost 5 morale. God damn it, Ruth. Fuck! Break into the factory. What's missing? Oh, I have to... Nani? Do I have to go this way? Oh, I need paint. Wait, what? Oh, write slogans on the walls. Okay. Thank you, Ruth. Thank you. 5. Jesus, you can get... This is like GTA. The SWAT team's about to break it down the door. Hey, look, he leveled. Thank you for following. K. Basley, 109, thank you for following. How are you today? I'm gonna go with strength for... Well, no, hold on. This guy doesn't need to be an idiot. How about we give him a 2 on that? Sweet Jesus, Ruth. We can't even hide you, dude. There's no place to hide you. You're just gonna have to sit out for the next 5 weeks. Go get a siesta or some shit. I thought we had paint. Oh, cost 3. We have 2. That's why. Alright. No. There. Here, have that bicycle. No, it's barely a threat. Okay. Lost 1 support. I got $4.
Hmm?
I thought you stopped saying names. What do you mean stop saying names? What? I'm so confused. German Reich with coworkers. We got 6 people, however, he has been seen. Luckily, he got away on his bicycle. Bicycle! Bicycle! Volker was able to get his paint. Good job, Volker. Events, -5. Coup in Spain. The Spanish parliament dismisses the president of Spain, Niceto Alcala Zamora. When people followed. Well, that one. Yeah, but that name wasn't Troll. Did I miss something with that name? Looks like a normal name. What did I miss? Anyway. German airship LZ-129 Hindenburg returns to Friedrich. I don't even try. From its first trip to South America. Reich Minister of Interior Wilhelm Frick decides to exclude Jews from the profession of interpreters. What a surprise. Volker has something to share during our meetings. I don't know if I told you guys this, but my uncle knows a man who works under Goebbels. They had dinner together recently, I heard about. Does your uncle know you're with the resistance? No. I'm keeping that a secret from everyone. Here's the deal. The orders from the top are to tone down the anti-Semitic rhetoric, take down the posters that decry Jews and blacks and gypsies, and basically clean up the Nazi image. I think I know what they are doing. With the Olympics taking place in Berlin soon, all eyes are on the city. Now the Nazis are going to pretend the past couple of years never happened. So I guess it's our job to make sure they don't succeed. Intel 2. Nazi presence is coming back. Look at him. Look at him. I wish I could zoom in on the little prick. Okay, we got paint. Hey Ruth, we really needed you right now. Haha. Alright, let's mislead the Nazis, shall we? He's very anti-love, apparently. Just send him. Listen, I'm just trolling with this one, but I know shit. No, I'm not really surprised by that. Okay, we'll have to wait that one out. Bicycle, bicycle. What is this one? We need more paint. Okay, great. Wants to go pick up some fucking paint. You get a bicycle. There you go. We lost one supporter. How many times do I have to tell you, Karen? Fuck off! Enforce! Kiss my ass! Good. 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 I risked it. Let's do this. I'm tired of hiding. Down with the system! Enforce. The witness leaves. Come on, get down with the sickness. Beat that ass. Oh, beat it. White Dragon, thank you for the host. How are you today? Italian troops occupy the Sudan opposite border near Galabit, west of Gondor. I swear to God, I'm going with Gondor. I'm not even correcting myself. Not even doing it. Record sales have been declining for years. Prices are 50% lower than in 1930. The record industry is calling on the state to intervene. Oh, you're not making as much money from music. Yeah, it happens when you kill all the Jews. 2 workers are killed during fights between police and demonstrators in Lviv. Look at my horse. My horse is amazing. Give it a lick. It tastes just like raisins. What? She walks into that. She walks into that. Give my horse a lick. Justine! Get her! Ruth Stern is visibly shaken. When isn't she? She arrives at the meeting. I almost had a heart attack on the train station, she says. I almost had one. What happened? I was at the ticket counter to buy a ticket, and there, looking at me right in the eye, handing me a ticket with a friendly smile, was the man who threatened to kill me only a couple of years ago. Why did you not tell this a couple years ago? Why did he do that? He was a brown shirt back then. They obviously found another job for him. Clearly he didn't recognize me, but back then he was a thug. He knew I was a Jewish and he threatened to kill me at the time. I had every reason to believe him. I'm glad you're safe. That's an old YouTube video. I'm just glad you're safe. Insane. Insane. We didn't lose morale. Good. Cool. Alright, moving on. Oh, look at the Nazis. Look, they're coming out in force now. We got their panties in a bunch. We stole your paint, pricks! Okay, moving on. What is this one? Access to the campus. While the Nazis are on the east, we shall strike from the west. Volker, get in here and lecture us. Oh, Jesus. Taking the bicycle. Bicycle, bicycle. Go into hiding. Yeah, Ruth, we kind of need you, fam. We lost one supporter. It's okay. Go subscribe to Lost Guardian. Ah, shit. I did it. I did it. I don't care. I did it. Meets the janitor of the university. Wagner has been seen. I don't give a shit about Wagner, okay? He's triggering me lately. Hildegard is wearing her best dress and holding a bouquet of flowers when I run into her in the front of the building. We have been neighbors for years. As a single unmarried mother, she hasn't had it easy, so I help her from time to time. I was hoping I would see you today, she says, and walks straight towards me. Why were you hoping to see me? Today's the big day, she says. What is happening today besides Hitler's birthday? Hermann is joining the Jung vote today. He's becoming a member of the German youngsters in the Hitler Youth on the Führer's birthday. The inaugural ceremony is part of the birthday celebration. Do you have any idea how proud I am? This must make you very proud to be a bigot. I am sure he will make a career there. He's such a hard-working boy, she says. Aren't you worried about him being indoctrinated? What do you mean indoctrinated? It's Hitler Youth! What could possibly go wrong with that? Listen, there's something I wanted to ask you. I sigh. What can I do to help? Would you join me for the inauguration ceremony? I know it's a lot to ask, but the person who was supposed to join me can't. And I thought it would be nicer not to show up alone. You know, who knows? Maybe I'll meet someone and get some information. That's great! Thank you so much, she smiles. We need to hurry a little bit. The event starts at 4 in Tittergarten. Well, then let's hurry up. We take the train to Utendenlinden. The magnificent promenade is decorated with the flags and banners in Hitler's honor. The Führer gazes down at us from the wall drawings and stares directly at us from the bus and paintings inside the shop windows we pass. Isn't it wonderful how beautiful they have decorated the city, says Hildegard. It's a bit much, don't you think? She ignores my comment and goes on, I'm so happy we can spend this day and attend this wonderful event together. I knew you were a good person and loyal to the Reich and the Führer, no matter what people say. And what does it people say about me? Oh, you know, because of your past and what you were doing before the Führer took over. But as I always say, the past is the past, and now is now, she says. Here we are. Hildegard points at the Titten Garden on a huge plaza inside the park. A crowd of hundreds of young boys gather, all wearing uniforms of the Jung Volk. Look, she says, and hastens her steps. There are the Manholts. She moves directly to a family standing a little further away. Follow her. Manholts live in our building. They have 2 kids. The boy just started school, and the girl is 2 or 3 years younger. I can't recall the children's names. Claus! Klaus! Shouts the father when we approach. You stop complaining now, or we'll leave immediately! You hear me? Klaus is crying. Is everything alright with Klaus? Hello there, neighbors, says Mr. Manhold. Sorry you have to witness his cruel father abusing this poor son, he laughs. What's the problem? He wants to see it. I mean the Führer. Even though he isn't here yet. How do you say, how do you know that, says Klaus. You're not looking for him properly. You will miss him. Oh, what a cute boy, says Hildegard. Of course you want to see the Führer, but your father is right. He isn't here yet. Otherwise, we would know. Trust me. One can feel the presence of the Führer. Yes. One can feel the presence of the supreme being of bigotry and everything else that embodies the worst of humanity. Ah, yes. It's like smelling a rose. Really. Have you met Hitler before, Hildegard? A band begins to play a march. When they are done, the voice of Baldur von Schlichlach and the dedicated national youth leader starts to boom over the microphone. My Führer and my comrades, we are once again gathered together to experience this proud and happy moment, says von Schirach. It's the Führer! The Führer is speaking! Yells Klaus. No, it's a child. Let Papa deal with it. Barak continues. My Führer, here stands your youth. A youth that knows no class, no caste. A youth whose true example is you and you alone. A loyal youth that wants to work selflessly for this nation, just as you are working selflessly and with great loyalty for this nation. Adolf Hitler, the Führer, leader of German youth, has the floor. Crowd yells, Sieg Heil! Klaus tries to push his way towards his father. Step aside. You know what? No, I'm staying put. Let me climb up on your shoulders. I want to see him, Papa. Please, please, begs the boy. The manhole lifts the bone on his shoulders. Hitler's voice comes through the microphone. German youth, today you are here. A cross-section of all those around us and the whole of Germany. Ignore the dictate. No. It's good to hear hateful people's words. Makes an example of what stupidity sounds like. I see him, I can really see him, shouts Klaus. Hitler's voice continues. We want to be one, Reich. You shall become this Reich. The crowd excitedly yells, Sieg Heil! People seem to be hypnotized. We want to be one people, and you shall become that people. We want this people to be obedient, so you shall train to be obedient. Sieg Heil! Howls the crowd. Is anyone even listening to the words he is saying? Nothing he says makes any sense. We want to become one people, and you shall become that people. We want this people to be obedient, so you shall train to be obedient. Yeah, they're not listening. We want you to become a puppy, and we want you to heal, and we want you to come like the sausage. God damn it, I had to read chat. Like, I mean, I'm really not surprised. We live in 2020 where someone can get on national television and say it's a hoax. We live in 2020 where someone can get on national television and say that it will just go away, it'll go from 15 to 0. Like, and people believe it. People believe the earth is flat. I mean, I guess I'm gonna go with, is anyone even listening to the words he's saying? I look around me and everyone's staring in the direction of the small man and his ridiculous mustache. Hildegard's eyes are glowing, her cheeks red with excitement. It's like each person is experiencing a revelation. I want to know what's gonna happen next. And the mood truthers. The inauguration ceremony begins, and little boys take Hitler oath. They swear to be loyal to their Führer, always honor his words, and to die for him if necessary. How can all these people fall for this obvious charade? Finally, the ceremony's over. Everyone is quiet and emotionally touched by the weight of the day's events. The crowd moves towards the street where the parade in honor of Hitler's birthday will take place. The wide street is a sea of flags, military vehicles, trucks, tanks drive by. Marching music plays. The crowd on the sidewalks excitedly yells, "Heil." "I saw him! I saw the Fuhrer! Did you see him too, Herr Kaufmann?" asks Klaus. "Yes, I saw Hitler. Heard him too." We met the Fischers, another couple from the neighborhood. Miss Fischer mentions her excitement about being so close to the Fuhrer. Such a great band, she says repeatedly. "We never regretted not having children, but now I wish we could have given a son to the Fuhrer. Isn't that right, Manfred?" Her husband nods. "And what is it you like most about him?" "What he did for us, for Germany, for us, the people. We were lost. We were saved from the darkness, guilt, shame. He led us to the light." I'm getting fucking sick reading this shit, actually, but... "Adolf Hitler is our savior," says Miss Fischer. Hildegard nods her head vigorously in agreement. I'll say something here in a minute. There it is again, I think. This has become a religion for these people. More tanks roll by in what seems to be an infinite stream of military hardware. Speak to Mr. Fischer. Look at this power, these machines, these weapons, these men. We are back! The world has to reckon with Germany again. And all this without a war. The Fuhrer is a diplomatic genius. Listen, when you're in the pack of a wolves, you act like a wolf. When you're actually a sheep. About the best analogy I can have right now. Agree with him. More tanks roll by in what seems to be an infinite stream of military hardware. Up to the Manholds. "So, what do you say to all this?" I asked Mr. Manhold, who has been quiet for the last hour. I point at the parading soldiers and the tanks. "I don't know." He lowers his voice, so that Hildegard and the Fischers don't hear him. "From my experience, those who build so many weapons usually want to use them at some point." More tanks roll by in what seems to be an infinite stream of military hardware. The streets are empty when I walk home, still dazed by the experience of the day. These people, they seem willingly to do anything for their leader, willing to sacrifice their lives, their children even. And I wonder, is it right to fight against the beliefs of these people? That's a dumb question. Do we stand a chance if the majority of Germans willingly accept Hitler as their leader? How can we help these children before they're fully indoctrinated? One's a no-go for me. One's a no-go for me. But there are people who would select, at least on a subconscious level, they would select one. I'm gonna go with children. We must help the children before they completely fall for their great Fuhrer. Small paper swastika flag flies on the ground. I pick it up and throw it in the trash. I continue on my way home. So, I spoke about this. Was it in a live stream and also the video? About breaking the chain of hate. Why are you not bright enough? Seriously. You have to break the chain of hate. Why am... Fucking the camera. God damn it. There, I'll turn the shit up. You're pissing me off. It's glitching out. The chain of hate will always be there. You have to break it. That's why police reform and all this. Did you know today there's a bunch of KKK people out marching? A bunch of KKK people out marching, protesting. They're Nazis. They're white supremacists. They're bigots. They're so diehard in their cause, they will give up their children. They're so diehard in their cause, they will give up their life. They are so diehard in their cause, they would rather kill their child for breaking the chain and being with a black woman or a black man than to let it happen. So my question to you is how do you break that? How do you break the chain? It's never going to go away. There's always going to be racism. All you can do is try and change people's views, and they're not beyond, I want to say, reconciliation and change. But you have to do it in certain ways, depending on the individual. You have to. Official celebrations in honor of Hitler's birthday are taking place all over the Reich. Hitler signs a law that grants amnesty of NS criminals. The League of Nations regrets the attempt of reconciliation between Bithynia and Italy being unsuccessful. Guys, says Paul at the meeting, any of you notice this tabloid Der Stürmer? Can't find it anywhere. Exactly, he replies. Faulkner snorts. Not like we're missing out on anything. It's nothing but propaganda and racist garbage. I think that might be the reason you can't find it. Now you know why it's off the shelves, I say. The Nazis are trying to distort their image for their international press corps here for the Olympics. I'm torn, says Paul. I'm glad that trash has been pulled. Yet it might help the Nazis look better? That's what I fear. To the foreigners, it will look as though the stories they have heard about the anti-Semitism in Germany were exaggerated, says Paul. We need to let the world know the truth. Well, I say it's on us to get the truth out. You're probably right, says Paul. Oh, exactly. You heard about it. And there were some white cops that were protecting the protesters, and they had their backs to the protesters today. And they were smiling at the people on the other side. Yet, if you protest peacefully to change police, the police are sure facing you, aren't they? Just saying. Wait, we lost our leaflets? We had leaflets. You can't tell me the leaflets from so long ago are gone. We had them. Fuck. Oh my god, now I have to make new ones. Shit! Buy paper. Who here doesn't have a criminal record with the Nazis? Well, shit, all of us do. Alright. Ruth, you want to come with? They weren't what? We lost one supporter, got $6. Yay, as we spend money. Listen, I don't give a shit, I'll fight you. Let's go, fam. Of course he's been seen. Enemies of the state are not only communists, Jews, and Freemasons, but also the church officials who expose themselves politically. Every bridal couple receives free copy of Mein Kampf From now on, every bride and groom gets a free copy of Hitler's book. May 1st, celebrate under the motto Rejoice in Life. At noon, a state ceremony takes place in Berlin's Luster Garden. You had a leaflet. Yeah, I need more is what I'm saying. During our meeting, Ruth's turn is, because we couldn't do the thingy. Quietly looking at the floor, finally ask her what's wrong. It's over between me and my spouse. It's over. Yes, something major. He registered with the Nazi Party. He's officially a official party member now. I still can't believe it. Just because Germany is doing better now, she decided to forget the atrocities of the past and join them. I'm getting a divorce. Ah. Wait. She. But it's a he. Right? Yeah, he registered with the Nazi Party. Okay, I mean, okay. Morale is getting awfully low. Alright, we have to be strategic about this. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is we have nowhere to get morale. This will give 3 morale. This will give 2. This will give none. This will give 2. This will give 2. We need more supporters. Let's risk it for the biscuit. No. 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 Can't go with her because she's too high right now. To 11. It's not worth it for that one. Listen, Ruth, you're gonna have to sit down. There you go. Just as I'm about to God, she's doing this shit again. Fuck you, Miss Hildeberg! Cough! Just as I'm about to reach home, I run into my neighbor's Hildeberg Pitts, who's beaming as she leaves her building. Hello, Mr. Kaufman, she says in a sing-song voice. Good evening, Frau Pitts. Where are you off to? I'm going to celebrate a bit. I have a new job. I'm getting paid twice as much as at my old one. Well, congratulations are in order. Thank you, she smiled. The NSDAP has been such a help. Not only are they turning things around in our country, she gestures at the city around us, but they gave me a job as well. My heart sinks into my stomach, but I control my reaction. Oh, when did you join the party? Oh, hasn't everyone really? I think most support our Führer. They're just embarrassed. That'll change. She's smiling. Naivete is almost as cute if it wasn't for the fact that we're talking about Hitler. She assumes I'm on her side. I won't challenge her now. She knows where I live. What kind of job did you get? Well, I will be a guard at one of the special camps outside the city. I feel myself getting dizzy. I don't know what to say. You will be a guard at the concentration camp? I can't control my visceral reaction. Pitts takes it in stride. Don't worry, they've assured me it won't be dangerous. Besides, someone has to do it. And the pay. She grins. I see. How do you feel about all that? As I manage to keep myself from screaming. She shrugs. Well, I admit it's rather intimidating. I haven't done anything like this before, but I was told they reserve this work for the really faithful party members. She smiles again. Yes, you'll probably be over the children that they plan on putting in a furnace. Hildegard, please be careful. Oh, of course I will. Don't you worry. She walks off, humming a tune. The naive, ever smiling Frau Pitz, who bakes cookies for the children in my building, will be a guard at the Nazi concentration camp. The evil among us only grows, with a happy grin on its face. Okay. We're gonna gain supporters. You prick! I mean, what? Good. Good. Victorious Italian troops move into the Byzantine capital, Addis Ababa. The Mausoleum says the war is over. The German airship Hindenburg takes off for its first journey to North America, heading to New York. In a letter to the state government, he reserves the right to decide on bans on the publication of domestic and foreign newspapers and magazines himself. I haven't even sat down yet when Ruth... Again, Ruth, really? They said I have some... No, fuck. When Ruth walks in and says, hey, what are we going to do about Hubert Ring? I look around and Hubert isn't here. At least not yet. What do you have against donut ears? He really looks like he has donut ears. Shut the fuck up, they all do. What do you mean? Ruth shakes her head. God, don't you know yet? Listen, I just found out his partner is a member of the party. A Nazi. It's impossible. Oh, I mean, it's possible. I saw Hubert Ring's spouse wearing the armband and smiling. I don't blame him for this, but still, what will we do? Why isn't there a third option? Talk to him. I'm not gonna hold him responsible for what his wife does. Yeah, didn't your spouse join the party? Are you getting a divorce? Hypocrisy! I'm not gonna hold him responsible for what his wife does. I say, we can't just kick him out. Every member who knows a Nazi, he stays. Though I would have kept an eye on you. Morale's kind of low. Let's go, morale! Okay, what the hell do we do to raise fucking morale right now? Because I see nothing. Help people to cross the border. We need 3 documents and 3 hats. Oh, the Nazis have died down. Quickly, now's our time to strike. Except all of you have infamy right now. All of you. Can I just fast forward? This will get us money and morale. Listen, Volkner, you need to do it. You're the only one who's, like, capable right now. Wait. Take the bicycle. 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 Why is there an exclamation? No, it can't be your ass. Screw it. I met with Joachim at the cafe where we used to go when the times were better. Before Hitler took over. Before Joachim was arrested by the Gestapo in 1933. I look at the people sitting outside the cafe, but Joachim is not among them. The weather is really pleasant, so everybody's sitting outside in the sun, but I still take a look inside. At first glance, there's no Joachim, but only an old man sitting there alone in the corner. Gerd! Someone calls my name. Turn around. Yes, I ask, and then I see him. The man I took for an old man is Joachim. He looks very different now than the last time I saw him. His full head of hair is gone. His face is sunken. His eyes... He has dark circles around his eyes. We hug. How are you? You have no idea how it was, he says. still can't believe I'm out. When I wake up in the morning, I expect the guard to be standing over me. It's good to be back. Would you like to talk about it? I hate the game, but it's a bit overwhelming to watch. We'll get through two chapters, and yeah, it is. I mean, it is. But that is the point. I mean, that is literally the point. We talked for a while about old times, better days, before everything went dark. We managed to avoid talking about politics and the fact that Joachim had to spend the last 3 years in a concentration camp. For what you saw, would you be up for fighting the regime again? I mean, no? That's Joachim. It takes a while before he answers. It seems like he has to think hard about it. He shakes his head. No, I don't think so. I can't guarantee that I wouldn't give everything away if they catch me. I can't stand the idea of going back to that camp. The Joachim I knew would have never been intimidated by them. The Joachim I knew would have never given in. It's horrible what the regime has done to people. We have to stop it. I mean, again, it's this is the point of these things. And we, again, are mirroring history right now, even as we speak. Fine, I'll flee. Don't need him to gain points. Good thing for that bicycle! The morale of the group is very low, and so is your own. Some members openly discuss, yeah. Shut up. Okay? Separation of powers is passed. Supreme Lawyer Hans Frank declares there is no longer any separation of power in the Third Reich. The only power in the state was that of the Führer and the Reich Chancellor Adolf Hitler. New Prime Minister elected in Spain. Santiago Carles Boraga, Spain's former Minister of Interior, becomes Spanish Prime Minister. The majority of his cabinet is made up of left-wing Republicans. The streamlined steam locomotive 05002 of the company Borsing in Berlin sets a new record with the speed of 200 km in an hour on the Berlin-Hamburg route. Ruth Stern. In hell, Ruth. Ruth seems excited at meeting tonight. I can't believe my luck. I think I have an amazing opportunity to further our cause. What opportunity do you have? Shooting Ford and Greens. I was at a cafe today and was approached by a journalist from New York. Luckily, I can speak a little English. He was able to cover the Olympics, of course, but he told me he wants the real story on Germany. He wants to meet about it, talk about it. You're nailing everything about the Nazis one high. You're right. This is an amazing opportunity. Wait. Volker holds up her hands. His hands. Yes, getting the truth out is one of our goals, but this could be dangerous. It's exactly the kind of thing that the Gestapo is watching out for. Oh, please, let me do this, says Ruth. Agree. We can't pass this up, I say. But Volker is right. This is dangerous. We must be careful and secretive in our approach. Morale is super fucking low, and I don't know how to gain it back. Like, there's no, like, going to a bar, singing ling long bullshit, or nothing. There's nothing. I mean, I could gain morale this way. Oh. Morale 15. Alright, you know what? Screw it. Cancel. Meet with the foreign journalist. Alright, Ruth, you're up, fam. Oh, boy. Let's wing this shit. When we bring a paint bucket, you know, we can throw it in their face. How does a stack of paper? I mean, I guess that is kind of suspicious. Okay, here's for morale! Oh, boy. Alright, just... Oh my god, required. Fuck me. I mean, that would give us 5 morale, and it would unlock buy intel and get access to its factory. This does only 2 morale. Talk to the Christian community. Any of you here a Christian? Social Democrat. Atheist. Closest we got the liberal. Oh, this gives 0 morale. Convince boys not to join Hitler Youth. I'm gonna do it. Ruth is just, oh my god. Yeah. Man. This is tough. This is tough. It's making things like there's nowhere to lower or to gain morale. There's nowhere. Wow, this is. There's smuggle books, there's steal explosives, there's buy paint, talk to the workers, but this would give 5 morale, but it's super risky. I'm fucking winging it. Let's do this shit. Faulkner, you're in. Let's go defense. Let's go defense. We lost 2 supporters. I don't give a shit.
Hmm?
We tried to convince them not to enter. Morales group. I know this. I know this. Shut up. The new Junkers JU-86 managed to impress the audience at the International Air Show in Stockholm. All men to the militia. In the future, all men between ages of 21 to 55 who are capable of carrying weapons will join the Italian militia. Due to the increase in accidents, the Military of Justice issued a warning to motorists to drive cautiously after alcohol consumption. God. Okay, this one's interesting. Just before the meeting, Hubert Ring takes me aside, tells me he believes Volker Appeal is working with the Gestapo and is snitching on the group. Talk to him. Calm Hubert down. I mean, what, you can't just say, yo, I think he's working with the Gestapo, and, I mean, I did go to bat for you, dog. I did go to bat for you. We have 3 morale. We have to do it. This is it. Preparation is fucking, oh my god. You have to wing it, man. You have to wing it. Here we go. Okay, let's send... 2 of them are doing nothing, so let's send them to try and gain some morale. Okay, I get it. The Christians don't want to talk to us. I get it. This would gain money. I'm gonna send you on this one. No. Okay, gain 4 supporters back. Morale 2. The SA are retreating. Hands a note to the journalists. Both leave the place. Ruth and Volkner. Starting to suspect you, Volkner! Listen, the group morale is not low, fam. We gained. Are you serious? Son of a bitch! I'm getting real tired of this game. German Socialists, Communists, and Democrats living in exile in Paris call for formation of the German Popular Front in a call to act and unite. Hitler Youth full. The Hitler Youth is subject to a general admission ban until April 20th, 1937 because its member goal has already been reached. Not enough cars. While 1.6 million Germans wish to buy a car, only 800,000 are available in the Reich. Hubert Ring has been fidgety and distracted all evening and finally corners me. Why am I here? You're here for the same reason any of us are here, to resist the regime. He throws up his hands in exasperation. If I'm here to resist the regime, why aren't you sending me on any missions? You think I can't handle it? Reassure Hubert. Of course I think you can handle a mission, Hubert, I say. There just hasn't been much work to do yet. I don't know how much longer I can keep... Wait, he says. The purpose of the group isn't to keep you entertained. When I find the appropriate mission, it'll be yours. If a mission comes up that matches your skills, I'll send you, hopefully. Like, what do you want, dude? What do you want? He's antsy now. Great. What is this? Tell the world. So you need 3 of these and 3 hats. Tell the world. Unlocks movie star. So we need a bomb. Unlocks motivator. Boost them. How the hell do you get a bomb? Visit a museum. Please. You guys need to calm the down for a minute. Like, gain some morale, fam. We visited with the last galaxy. Okay, this is beautiful. Insane. Getting so triggered, right? The German government enacts a law on confiscation of degenerate art products. Okay, so they took away our museum now. We got to use it once. From now on, the use of foreign sounding stage name is forbidden. The acceptance of synonym must be provided by the Office for Art and Music. Anti-forgery banknotes, new counterfeit proof banknotes are put into circulation in Germany. I feel betrayed by my own mother. You've become Ruth, Herbert. Why do you feel betrayed? There was a group of us outside watching a motion picture show from the Nuremberg rally. In their excitement, the whole group did the Nazi salute and my mother joined in. That must have been a tense moment. It was, at least for me, says Hubert. Back when Hitler was appointed, my mother hated him. She was absolutely against Nazis. Now I see her doing the Sieg Heil, and I had to say something once we were alone again. I asked her, how could you salute that tyrant? And your mother responded. Now that things are better in Germany, she says, that she may have been wrong before. And now that the worst parts of the Nazi regime have cooled down, and Berlin is enjoying the world's attention, is it wrong to feel some pride? Morale's back up. Yay. Okay. This is tough. So, in order to get this, which gives morale all the time, you need a bomb. My question is, how do you make a bomb? Oh, there we go. Okay. So in order to get to there, gain access to the factory. Hubert, you're up. Ruth. We lost our secrecy for, didn't we? Yeah. Alright. While we're doing that, this will unlock spread leaflets and paint. Okay, if we're gonna be hitting right here, we better make it worthwhile. Steel explosives. Paul, Euchre, I need you two to work down there. Let's go. It's always on my birthday, it's weird. Let's do this. I don't give a shit, Karen. Nice. Okay. Through the train window, I can see the landscape rushing by. Mountains, forests, villages, and cities. I haven't left the country in years. What have they done to you? The train stops. Seems like we've reached the border. Someone opens the door to my compartment. A man wearing a German border control uniform stands in the entrance and barks, "Hi, Hitler! Paper, please!" Hand him the passport. He takes my passport, checks it carefully, and finally hands it back to me without a word. He closes the door. A train starts rolling again, but a few minutes later it stops a second time. Someone knocks on the door. Yes? Bonjour, monsieur. Votre passeport, s'il vous plaît? Says a slightly overweight man in a black uniform, handing the passport. Takes a brief look at the photo and my passport and me, and handing the document back with a smile. Merci beaucoup. Je vous souhaite bon voyage. The train starts moving again. How friendly he was. We arrive in the Gare du Nord in Paris. I grab my... now I want to speak French. I grab my small suitcase and leave the train. On the platform, a young woman is waving at me. It's been years, but I immediately recognize Claire. I first met her in Berlin, and now she is my contact to the resistance here in Paris. Good, welcome. So good to see you here. We hug. How was the journey? She asked. Interesting to leave Germany after such a long time. Oh, I can imagine, she says. Can I help you with your luggage? Oh, it's fine. I can carry it myself. We meet our friends at 3 o'clock at a nice cafe not far from here. Should I show you the city in the meantime? Show me Paris. We walk down the boulevard towards the Seine. Claire points at the important buildings and monuments and tells me about their history. People sit on the terraces drinking coffee. I have to do this. Someone mentioned coffee. Everything is wild and colorful. The clothes people are wearing, the items on sale in the shop windows, the advertisements on the city walls. What do you think? Asked Claire. Wonderful. How are things in Germany now? Asked Claire. Nazis have become meek and mild. The Nazis have become meek and mild. They are trying to use the Olympic Games to convince the foreign press and foreign governments that Hitler's Germany is just a normal country. But under the hood, there is the same terror as before. Incredible that you people are still holding up, says Claire. I don't know if I could stand it. How do you do it? What choices do we have? Which part is the worst? Asked Claire. The stupidity of their ideas, the suppression of the truth, the destruction of art, terror. Wouldn't that sum it all up? The terror? I'm sorry, says Claire. Maybe your time here can distract you for a little bit. Oh, here we are. This is where we're meeting the others. She points at a cafe by the Seine right in front of us. A waiter brings us to a table for four. Our friends have not arrived yet. I take a seat and enjoy the view of the Seine and Notre Dame Cathedral. Claire orders. The hands of my watch strike 3. Do you think our friends are on their way? Ah, you Germans and your punctuality. You're in Paris now. Get used to a little bit of laissez-faire. Oh, she points at a couple moving towards us. And here they are. Hello there. The two introduce themselves as Hannah and Richard. Both are German communists who left Germany in 1934 to escape persecution by the Gestapo. I tell them how things have changed since they left. Richard looks at me and says, "You know what you have to do, don't you?" I assume you're going to tell me. It's good that you came from what you were describing. There's no way you can convince the German people to get rid of the fascists right now, says Richard. Yes, it does look as if the majority of Germans are happy with Hitler. Be that as it is, says Richard. Even if every single German supported Hitler and his regime, we would still need to put a stop to it. And the support of large swaths of population cannot be an excuse for terror, says Hannah. Is an oppression if the people choose it? There is no excuse for terror. If Hitler persuaded the people of Germany, making them unwilling or unable to stop the regime, then people outside of Germany need to stand up and stop him. What do you mean by people outside of Germany? There is only people with clear anti-fascist agenda and the strength to beat Germany, says Richard. It's people who manage to defeat the atrocity, or the aristocracies and the bourgeois. I think I know who you mean. I'm talking about the glorious compatriots of the Soviet Union, of course, versus willing and able to defeat Hitler and the fascists at this point. Are you talking about war? Hitler means war, we know that. You know that. The people of Germany have been blinded and will follow him like lambs to the slaughter. Your group is tiny and isolated. You must join sides with the other decidedly anti-fascist country in Europe that is left, the Soviet Union. How could we join sides with the Soviets? Here, says Hannah, and reaches me a note with an address. Go to this place in Berlin if you want to join forces with the Soviets. They will help you. Thank you. We need to leave now, says Claire. There's someone else you need to meet. Who do you mean? asks Hannah. Burgess deviant George? Claire nods. Who are you talking about? You'll see, says Claire, when we meet him. Don't listen to George, Hannah. He's a burgeries and a scatterbrain. George thinks the world will be becoming a better place by hanging out in expensive Parisian bars. Interesting. That's enough, Hannah, says Claire and walks out. Let's go, Gerd. Goodbye, Comrade George, says Richard. It was good to meet you, and Hannah is right. Do not listen to George. I follow Claire across the steel-crowded boulevards. It was getting dark, and I can see more and more people dressed up in gowns and dinner jackets who look like they're on their way to an evening event. We enter a bar next to the giant hotel, and the wooden counter in the bar is the longest I've ever seen. Over there, says Claire. Claire leads me to a young man sitting at the corner of an unusually long bar. He has a bottle in front of him and takes a long sip from his glass as he notices us. George, hello, says Claire. This is the visitor from Germany I told you about. Cheers, says the man, and points his glass in my direction before emptying it. Welcome to Paris. Hello, George. My name is George. I'm a writer for the Voice of Freedom in the City of Love, he says. We should dispense with the serious things as quickly as possible, so we can get to the fun stuff. Wouldn't you agree? What's his name again, Claire? My name is Gerd Kaufman. Tss, says George, and looks left and right. No last names. The city might still look free, but the bloody Gestapo has agents everywhere. So good, listen carefully. What do you know about Spain? He gives the waiter a sign. A country in the south, nice weather, political unrest, still a democracy. Yes. I conclude you don't know anything. What you need to know is that there will be a civil war in Spain soon. The fascists will try to take over, but other factions won't let that happen. Waiter puts 2 glasses on the bar, one for me and one for Claire. And how do you know? I'm a writer. I know these things. I have sources. I'm also working with the British Secret Service. Something I would recommend you do as well. Which fills our glasses. Why would they be interested in working with me? Trust me, they will be. See, what would happen in Spain is more than just a civil war. Spain will be the final rehearsal for the big war everyone is waiting for. Cheers! Puts up his glass, and we do the same. What big war? Have you ever listened to Hitler? Says George. The man has been publicly talking about his plans for war since 1923. He even wrote a bloody book about it, for Christ's sake. You have a point. George continues, everything he does is according to this big plan, getting Germany ready for war. Win over the people, build weapons, make the enemies. The question is not if Hitler will start a war, but when he will start it, and who he will attack first. And who do you think he will attack first? And I don't know. But I do know that the key is to defeating this little crazy warmonger as a bloody United Kingdom and no one else. And they were wrong about that, but Acebud wanted to die, but I digress. Why? Someone told me today that the key to stop Hitler was the Soviet Union. I guess you talked to Hannah and Richard. Don't listen to them. They believe every one of the NKVD and Comrade Stalin's lies, even though they should know better by now. He fills his glass again, and the bottle is empty now. He signals the waiter, who puts a new bottle on the bar. What do you mean? See, I'm a socialist. I should love the Soviet Union, the working man's paradise, shouldn't I? But I don't. To this day, I prefer living in a capitalist France to a place that's Solon made out of Russia. I've heard too many stories from people I trust, George. And what have you heard? Not so different from his arch enemy Hitler, really. They even shared a love for ridiculous beards. George smiled. Claire audibly clears her throat. Hitler would try to get the Brits on his side. If he had read his book, he'd know that he considers the British to be a natural ally of the Germans. If he succeeds in making them his allies, you understand. I think I understand, I say. If he makes the British his enemies, if he succeeds in making the British his ally, he'll win the war. If he fails, he will lose it, I say. Like your friend, Claire. It's clever, says George. Exactly. Because whoever is in the ally of the British is also an ally of the bloody Americans. And I have a strong suspicion that the colonies will play an important part in the next big war. So what do you suggest we do? Here, he hands me a note with an address in Berlin. Find intel to convince the British, convince them that they cannot, never, under no circumstance align with Hitler. Got it? Thank you. Do whatever you think is right. But do what I told you, says George and smiles. To know that we have all done your duty, we should switch to the joyful part of the evening. Doctor? How the hell are there no drinks in front of us? Spend the evening with him. George is a great entertainer who manages to keep the conversation away from anything political for the rest of the evening. We spent a great night with him, reminded more light-hearted times back in Berlin. It is late, and I arrive at my hotel. From the window of my room, I see the Eiffel Tower illuminated in the middle of a lively city. Tomorrow I need to return to Berlin and share my learnings with the group. Will Berlin never be like this again? The day's impressions keep me awake until long after midnight, mixed with the memories of old Berlin. The French Connection. Getting sick of your weekly decline. Strikes all over Spain. Strikers demand higher wages, better working conditions, and oppose the restrained reform policy of the left Republican government. New Navy training sailing ship in Hamburg, a second sailing training ship on the German Navy. The Hustwessel is launched. The Germans have to hold their ground and should therefore be thrifty and able to cope with scarcity. At their meeting, Volker is angry with me. That's it, I quit. I'm done. I'm gonna find a hovel and just wait out this shit show. I'm tired of all of you coming at me. You're a leader, but I just don't know what you're doing. What's the problem now? What do you want? I just met with resistance groups from both sides. What the fuck do you want? I just can't believe you kept Hubert Ring in the group, even after finding out his partner is a member of the Nazi partner. Your loyalty to him is putting us in danger. We went over this. He stays. We've already talked about this. I made my decision, I say. Hope he doesn't push any further. He's clearly unhappy. You guys keep pushing for him to leave. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I thought I gained access to the factory thing before I left. Nani! Wasn't that the whole point? Alright, so we have two avenues. Steal explosives. But we're missing something. Gain access to the quarry. So, quarries 2 morale cost 40. And then this is cost 40. However, unlocks a lot. Versus this unlocks just steal explosives. Both are high risk. Okay, while I'm doing this, I need you two to meet with the business people. You know, since I'm such a shit leader. We lost 6 or 4 supporters. I don't give a shit. Literally. Okay. Did it flawlessly. Good job. Ruth thinks she's been seen. God damn it. 23 anti-fascists were sentenced to prison for high treason by Berlin court. The accused are said to have smuggled propaganda from Copenhagen SPD into the German Reich. The Reichsführer of the SS, Heinrich Himmler, is appointed chief of the German police. Last chance to get your tickets to the Olympic Games. Sales will end this week. During our meetings. Fucking Christ, Ruth. I'm done with your shit. Come here. During our meetings, Ruth is angry about having dinner with her parents. They have a friend who's a member of the Nazi party. What did he say? This bastard was actually angry that the regime has toned down things. He was upset that they tore down the anti-Semitic posters, he said. The party is embarrassed, but they should get back to what they were doing, making Germany great again. 2020! They are all around us. All remember, things may seem better now, but the real threat is lurking just beneath the surface, waiting to come back. 2020, bitches. 2020. Alright, what do we got here? Alright, it's time to steal some explosives. Question, though, is I'm missing a bomb. I can't really tell what all we need, but... So apparently, we're going to be blowing up the Freedom Bell for the Olympics. That's gonna be real interesting, fam. That's gonna be real interesting. Alright. We need people with strength and that. You're literally our #1 man, so fuck. This is 50-50, fam! Because fucking Ruth. Wait. Wait. Yeah. Let's go dancing. Let's go dancing. Let's get some morale back. Give it a week to cool off. Go to East Berlin and visit a nightclub that still exists, playing the song what the Nazis call... Listen, I'm just reading what I'm saying. Negro music, despite the ban on all un-German music. We dance all night like there is no tomorrow and have wonderful time. When we finally leave, the day is already dawning. This felt good. We needed this back. Okay. As a preventative measure, well, I think the bombing of the Freedom Bell just got a lot harder. Great. 800 anti-fascists of the Olympic Games would not be disturbed by political actions of resistance. God damn it. Management of the Opel factories in Russelheim reacts to strikes due to wage cuts by letting striking workers go. The famous actor Gustav Grundig marries the equally famous actress Marianne Hope in Berlin. Towards the end of the meeting, Ruth tells us about an encounter with tourists in the city. So there were two ladies from England admiring the Berlin Dome, and I was close enough to overhear them. Did they say anything about the Nazis? Hang on, that's what I'm getting to. So they're saying, oh, everything is so lovely, and we've heard all about these terrible things about persecuting and killing Jews. Clearly none of that is true. Dude, that is so frustrating. Oh, believe me, I almost jumped in right there and set the record straight. But I could see there was a policeman nearby. It wasn't worth the risk. I walked away. It's best to let it go. We don't want the police to know who you are. I'm coming for your freedom belt. We're coming. You realize this is going to be 50-50, right? Kill them all. I'm not killing them all! God, 50-50. Here goes. Oh, this is gonna hurt. We're missing books. Which, in order to get books, we need to smuggle them. I'm just curious, hypothetically. Good to know, but it cost me 50 bucks. I'm just curious, what do you two do? Okay, alright. Of course she's violent. Set up a workshop. Nani? Like, we'll lose money, but... Okay. Alright. Got you, fam. Let's do it. Lost 3 supporters. Alright, bye, Karen. Panic. I'll show you panic! Come here!
Hmm?
Okay. Okay. Conference of Refugees issues in Geneva. Provisional Convention of Refugees from the German Reich is adopted. The airship travels from Frankfurt am Maine to New York within 51 hours. This year, 35% more foreign tourists come to Germany than in the previous years. And I had planned such a nice day out. Hubert is talking to another member during a break in our meeting. Did something go wrong with your plans? Yes, I planned to go swimming at Wannsee, but it was so crowded that there was hardly any room to stand, much less relax on the shore and even swim. It's hard to believe how many people are out in the city right now. Just release a pandemic. Everything will be okay. Why can't I access this? We have the explosive now. I went through all this shit for an explosive you can't even use! Oh my god. I literally got the explanation. Or explosive. Right there. Wait, hold on. Close this damn thing. How do I make a bomb? Listen, FBI, open up! No. We have an explosive right there. Can be used to build bombs or blow up things. Oh. I have to do that 3 times. Fuck. Alright. I opened this up. You, oh, you mother. Yeah, we need money apparently. Ruth, I need you to go do something. Blow up a building, go an Allah Akbar or some shit, I don't know. We'll take it. Alright. Okay. Okay. Okay, we gained a lot of money. German War Ministry orders that Jews may not be drafted into the Wehrmacht. On the radio, Goebbels talks about a friendship agreement with Austria in which, above all, the recognition of the Austrian independence of Germany is guaranteed. A new airport is opened in Frankfurt am Main. Volker is talking about watching the games in tonight's meeting. I feel conflicted. On one hand, I feel a sense of pride. Faulkner? We talked about this. I mean, I want our athletes to do well, and I want to win a gold, but and we are competing so well. I just don't want him to feel encouraged by this. When the regime uses victories by our athletes to prop up their narratives of superiority of the Aryan race, it just poisons the whole thing, I say. Volker nods. They use the national pride to define what they are against. Okay, we got money. We can go for another bomb, but the question is, we need 3. In order to get this one, we need books. I'm trying to play ahead of this game, and it's really tough. Hey, Herbert, you're up. Oh, no, you're not. God damn it. Okay, I have a question. If I put him and I go with Faulkner, no. Hey, we're gonna need more money. And we need you to work a little on propaganda. Hold on. Faulkner. Where's the other cup? There we go. Roll them dice, baby. Roll them dice. Enforce. Okay. Shit! Paul has been injured. Fuck. Okay, what does it mean when you're injured? I guess we got a patron. Ooh, okay. That's a first. Berlin, the big Germany exhibition opens, which is supposed to show the achievements of the Reich, so guests from abroad. Spain, uprising in the military, together with extreme right-wing Franco militias, tries to overthrow the government in the Republic, and currently the largest radio transmission system built for transmitting the Olympic Games allows 30 transmitters to operate simultaneously. You have medicine. Paul, I'm sorry! Paul begins our meeting by asking, Paul, you need to sit down. Paul, you were hit way too hard in the head. My son is only 12 and a member of the Hitler Youth. Of course, I don't want him in the terrible group. What does he think of it? It's awful. I think he likes it, and he's making friends there. And they're working very hard together on a song and a march for the Olympics. He shakes his head. What do I do? Keep him out or let him stay? Don't rush the attention. He is still your son. You can raise him right in spite of this. Don't give the Gestapo a reason to knock on your door. Listen, members are injured. Yeah, now we get to... Members can get injured during missions. This means they are weakened and might die if injured again. They will get better over time, or you can heal them using a health pack. Listen, we're gonna have to go on without you, fam. Sweet Jesus! Like, we really need you, Paul. Like... This pains me. This pains me. Oh, that's because the Nazis are there, that's why. I have no money. No, I could make him go into hiding for that. Okay. And we'll get it back. Hubert, no. Hubert's good with this one. Hubert's, like, really solid with this one. One of the reasons why I'm keeping him in the group. My intel. Nah, we need more money. Keep going. Hubert thinks he was saying, of course you did. So it treated through a safe, okay. Okay. Under pressure from Putschitz, under the leadership of General Franco, the government of the Republic resigns. The German Reich government promises military and logistical aid to delegates to coup d'etat General Franco, and workers, peasants, and citizens take arms to defend yourselves against the fascists. In a meeting, Paul holds his head in his hands. Listen, I literally got you medicine. This is about your son? Yes, it is. He lets out a sigh. It's terrible. They are rehearsing songs for the Olympics, and he won't stop singing them at home. Singing praise to Hitler. It's like they stole him from me. Don't lose hope. He's still your son. You haven't lost him, Paul. He's still your son. Okay. How do I heal Paul? There we go. Okay, I learned something new today. Alright, Paul. We're going in, fam. Jesus, Hubert, really. Screw it, Leroy. We're gonna need money for the next one, because the next explosive thing is where? There. We need to do books. Can we do this without Hubert? No. And I don't want it. Let's give him a turn. Yep, let's go. See, the Nazis are marching through downtown. Honorable man. Ooh! Got a contact. And before story time. You know, we haven't heard Hildegard in a while. How's that guard in the fucking camp going out for you, Hildy? Have the Soviets shot you yet? In front of the Berlin Zoologische Garten train station, flags from all over the world flutter in the wild winds. I wait for my guest, holding a sign that says Thomas Fox. My guest is late. Should I leave? Wait a little longer. Are these the Olympic youth assholes? Just as I'm about to give up, a man comes towards me, accompanied by two boys wearing white uniforms of the Olympic Honor Service. I recognize him as a journalist from Hindenburg. He shakes my hand and says, "Hello, I'm Thomas Fox. We met on the Hindenburg, remember?" "Of course," he says. He turns to the boys. Thank you very much." He gives them each one mark. They thank him in decent English and leave. How was the journey? It was great, thank you. German trains have become much better. Still not as good as our American ones, but you're getting there. After a stop at Tom's hotel to drop off his luggage, we head straight to the Olympic Stadium. Listen, I haven't bombed this goddamn thing yet. It's an impressive sight. The Olympic Stadium is covered in banners. Thousands of people were queuing up at the many entrances that lead inside. Loudspeakers set up under every tree play music and blare announcements. Two towers, one with a swastika, the other one with a claw, hold the Olympic rings between them. Wow, says Tom. It's not that big. It doesn't matter. Shut up, I have to agree. Folk gives us VIP tickets to allow us to cut the line to get inside. Inside, we realize, without surprise, that we have premium seats. Take a seat. We sit down, and his men walk over the field. A little girl dressed in white hands him flowers, and then salutes him with an outstretched palm arm. The crowd cheers enthusiastically. What do you think of all this? So what do you think of all this now? Do your presidents behave like this? I asked Tom. Well, he says, the ways to say hello are not as strict in the US as they are here, but in general, I think every politician in the entire world loves to be seen with little children. He is being celebrated like a religious leader. You're probably right, says Tom. But sometimes he behaves just like any other politician. Hitler takes the girl's hand and leads her from the field before ascending the podium. Pompous music starts to play, grabbing people's attention. Hitler will use this opportunity to let the world hear him speak. To my surprise, Hitler gives the shortest speech I've ever heard from him. He declares the Olympic Games to open. End of speech. The Olympics, fires lit, doves fly, pompous music plays, and even the Hindenburg flies in and hovers above the audience. What a spectacle. Whenever you think about their ideology, this is extraordinary. They know how to impress people. Is that why the Germans fall for this guy? Because you like being fascinated? And that's what he does so well. Like Wagner, asked Tom. Did you hear about this game? Looking for choices types games like this. And then reaching out to the devs during my week-long break when I went through a thing. Anyway. I'm the wrong person now. I don't think we are easier to impress than you Americans. Very true. Good point! Tom nods. However, presidential inauguration and world fairs seem like shoddy carnivals in comparison to this. I think this little man with his ridiculous mustache has now impressed the world too. By now, the national teams are marched by and greeting Hitler in the audience. Some raise their right arms. So it seems, look, now even the French team is saluting Hitler. I I believe that is what they call the Olympic salute, says Tom. It looks disturbingly familiar, though. Whatever you call it, the world is saluting Hitler right now. And can you blame them? This here is impressive, what I call in the beginning, to understand why everyone applauds. But haven't you heard about the Jews? But haven't you heard about the concentration camps? So no one cares about the truth if the show is good? To tell you the truth, says Tom, there are quite a few people in the United States who believe Hitler is right, and who wish for our own version of him. Just wait 80 years. We have anti-Semites too, and even most of those who consider themselves Democrats, or at least liberal-leaning, are much more afraid of communism and the Soviets and the art of Hitler at this point. We must change their minds. The thing is, he said, there are all these rumors, for sure, but I have never heard of or seen a concentration camp. Neither have my readers. I've never seen a Jew being mistreated, and neither have my readers. Bring me proof, and I might be able to convince them. What kind of proof do you need? Pictures! Even better, film. Bring me something, and I will make sure it gets published at home. I will try. We stay for another 2 hours and watch the athletes passing by, paying tribute to the German chancellor before the event starts to wind down. So, what's next on the agenda? Asked Thomas. Has Folk planned for me? I'll bring you to better places, Merlin. Making me curious, good. Let's go, before anyone else starts to leave the stadium as well. We take a taxi to the place at Kudamm in Charlottenburg that Falk has recommended. Wow, says Tom when we arrive. This looks like the old Berlin, the one I know from 1929. But I had heard that there was no nightlife anymore. This must be staged for visitors. Nazi closed most places like this 2 years ago. Seems like they've reopened them. Looks exactly like one of the places I used to go, says Tom when we enter. The dance club really does look just like they did before Hitler. Women in extravagant dresses and blonde or bold haircuts, elegant men in tuxedos, everyone dancing and chanting. We take a seat at the bar so we can see the dance floor, where they seem to be playing. Wait, are they playing jazz? I know that's all, says Tom. They're playing it at every bar in New York right now. I can't believe it. For 3 years, the Nazis have banned all kinds of jazz music from being played in public. They called it the un-German and degenerate, but here we are, a big place on Kudamm is playing American jazz. This is only for show. Give me this, says Tom, making a gesture towards everything around us. I'm afraid most American visitors will come and tell their neighbors that Germany is doing just fine, that this is a country just like any other, and that all these stories about daily cruelties and mass oppression are exaggerated. Indeed, to tell those visitors the truth. I understand, says Tom, but I am afraid the staging is just too good. No one will believe you. There is only one thing that would make Americans turn against your Nazi regime. What is it? What would make the US turn against Hitler? War. The only thing the average American is more afraid of than communism is another war. The last one almost destroyed our economy for good. Most people are still convinced the Great War caused the Great Depression. If you manage to find proof that not only Hitler is planning a war, but that it would be a war that affects the US, then you might get them on your side. Proving that Hitler is planning a war is going to be difficult. It won't be easy, but I will find your proof, I say. Good. Let me know when you have it, says Tom. We call it a night, and I go back to my place, and I think about what I've seen today. Back in my place, I think, is the Third Reich going to be as bad as we expected? We must not fall for their show. All it is. All staged to deceive people. When people outside of Germany should know the truth about Hitler, we need to take a risk. No matter what charade the Nazis play today, their intentions are dark and their plans are evil. It's all stage. We must not fall for their farce. Now the game's open in Berlin. The Fuhrer and Reich chancellor. Listen, we need to get the third damn explosive so we can blow up the damn thing. Opens the 1936 Summer Olympics at the Olympic Stadium in Berlin. Italy supports General Franco. Italy sends planes and ammunition to insurgents. Franco pushes in Spain. England and France send warships to Spain to protect their own population from upbringing. Something I don't understand about these Nazis and their racists, said Volker during our meeting. How can they be so selective about whom they hate? What do you mean about selective hating? There was a line of people waiting to get their autographs from one of the American athletes, and he was black. At least a couple of the people in the line had swastika armbands on them. Don't they see the hypocrisy? Their whole worldview is irrational. I don't expect the Nazi hatred to be rational. You know, in a way, I now understand John Boyega and going, any racists that support my work, you can fuck off. I understand him now. That enlightening me. Right there, that actually brought enlightening for mine. Alright. How many explosives do we have? We have 2 now. We need 1 more. But to get the 3rd explosive is going to be very risky. We need to let the heat die down from the Nazis. Unless we can... we can smuggle books from here. Okay. I think Yulger? I don't want to take a risk with anyone else. Ooh. Hello, good. How are you? Let's do secrecy with you. Jacob, thank you for subbing on YouTube. What's our money look like? Alright, Ruth, you're going into hiding for a day. Bye. What would I get from this? Oh, you just get a random piece of equipment. You don't even know what the hell it is. So what is the point of supporters? Like, if you hit 60, like what? Because we have several contacts. Also, I just did notice there's like a confirm button now. Grants us a general... Oh, okay. Really? Is chapter 2 over yet? No. Look at you, so eager. We're fighting oppression right now, okay? You're oppressing this oppression. Okay, we'll go with that one. Too risky. Let the heat die down. Don't you be seen! Swear to God. Introduce us. Okay. Good. U.S. American Jesse Owens, the outstanding athlete of Berlin, has won a total of 4 gold medals. By the way, in case you didn't know, he was black. He was the person that they referenced in the prior one, going, it's kind of hypocritical to want his, autograph. First German voluntary squads arrive in Cadiz, Spain, to support the fascists in their struggle against the Republican government. The squads are made up of soldiers of the Luftwaffe in civilian clothes. The Central Committee of KBD in Paris calls on anti-fascists to help the Spanish people. Right now it's 50-50. When I arrived tonight's meeting over here, Hubert telling a story to the others, mocking the Nazi salute, and the marching, and the music, what a load of junk. What did you say? I went to the motion picture show at the cinema, but there was a short film before the show, of course, courtesy of Hergoogle's ridiculous propaganda framing Hitler as a shining hero, benevolent and wise, welcoming our visitors. It's all a show. They're doing everything they can to sell this big lie. That's true, he says. Must be a way for us to use this for a cause. I heard there will be a live television station at the Olympic Stadium. It's like live radio, but moving pictures, says Hubert. If we manage to get in there and show pictures, or even a movie of some sort of their atrocities, we could reach thousands at once, and the truth couldn't be stopped. Hubert nods, and this could be something, I think. Yeah, this is, I think, right here. I think this is that, but I could be wrong. Listen, I'm trying to get explosives to blow something up. What do you want from me? Fucking Nazis won't go away! Wait, where'd the bomb go? Nani? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, we need books. It's time to smuggle in some books. So the best is literacy, which is him. And subversion, basically. This might work perfectly, actually. Have a party. No, not yet. We're doing good on morale. We're doing really good, actually. What is this? Threatened delivery man. Interesting. Yeah, tell the world. But you need 3 hats and 3 notebooks. Or we could just blow this thing up. I'm almost there. I need the heat to die down here. Just go with it. Just go with it. Got 4 books. Alright. Time to smuggle. Oh, fucking story time again. We come from over a small hill, and I see a group of wagons next to a handful of barracks, where children play in the dirt nearby. This must be the camp. Don't you want to take a picture? Asks Berta. Take a picture of the camp. I take out my camera and take a picture of the camp. The smell of human waste hits me so hard I can barely breathe. I look at my companion. This is the camp? Yes, this is it. Surrounded by the sewage farms, as you can smell. They forced them to stay between a waste dump and a cemetery, in between excrement and corpses. Not sure if by evil intent, but for Romania, there's no place worse. Who forces them to stay here? The police. I knew a couple of families who stayed close to Strasbourg plots. A couple of weeks ago, they were suddenly gone. I asked around and learned that the police had brought them here. What did they do? According to the new Nuremberg laws, Romanian people are social misfits, vagabonds. The authorities want them out of the city before the Olympic Games. You think they'll let them return after the Games? I don't think so. As I said, they apply the Nuremberg laws. We will see this happening to more and more people, not just gypsies. If you ask me, they would do the same to the Jews right now if they weren't so scared of the foreign press writing about it. But with the gypsies, no one cares about the gypsies. Most people don't care about the gypsies. They are seen as an inferior people almost everywhere. Shush now. We are here. The policeman at the entrance has been watching us for a while. He stops us. Heil Hitler, Sister Berta, he says. Blessings to you, says Berta. He looks at me. Heil Hitler. God, I want to end my life right now every time I say that. We bring the milk as usual. She points at the hand cart and the milk jugs on it. All right to go in. Take a picture of the scene. I take out the camera and take a picture of the scene. A group of children comes running towards us, greeting Sister Berta. They're all chattering happily amongst each other. She greets every single child by name and asks them to follow us. I ask the children if I can take the picture. Before doing so, a woman who is washing her son wraps him in the sheets. Then she sees us. Hello, Sister Berta. She probs the boy, who is shivering in his towel. Good afternoon, Sister Berta, says the boy, and bows politely. Greet them. Hello, Maria, says Berta to the woman. Dear Oscar, so good to see you. How are you today? When the boy doesn't react right away, the woman prods him again, and he hastily says, Fine, thank you, Sister Berta. How are you, Sister Berta? Very good, thank you for asking, Oscar. And this is... Sister Berta points at me. I'm Gert. I introduce myself. Gert is a good man and might be able to help you, says Berta. Hello, Gert, says the woman. So you want to help us, is this true? If I can, I will. She looks at me and shrugs. I honestly don't know whether you can help us or not. The little girl from the group of children who followed us from the entrance pulls at my sleeve and whispers, Can we get some milk, please? Of course. Please, all of you, get yourself some milk. That's why we brought it here. When we are done filling all kinds of vessels with the fresh milk from our car, look at Mariah and say, Sister Berta says something is troubling you. She gives me a suspicious look. There's a strange doctor. Well, he says he's a doctor. I don't know if he really is one. He comes here regularly with even the stranger woman. And what does the doctor do? The doctor and his helpers, they look at us, check us bodies, teeth, like animals. They take pictures, and they take the children. They take the children with them? Tell him, Oscar. They bring us to the institute. The institute? Yes, it's far from here. You have to go by car. I went there twice. It's really nice, and the food is good there. And what do they do there? They give us food, and we can play games, and then they ask us questions. It's really nice. I want to go again, but Mommy says I'm not allowed. Is that true? I don't trust them. I don't know what they're doing with the children, but I don't like it. They measure them. They take pictures of them as if they were some exotic animals. I think they're up to something, and it's nothing good. How can I help you? Suddenly the children run towards the camp's entrance. Here they come! Says Mariah and points at the gate, where a man and a woman accompanied by 2 policemen enter the camp. We should get out of sight. Hide in a caravan. We quickly climb into the caravan and looking at the group, which is now surrounded by the children from the camp. The man holds Oscar's head and looks at it closely, while the woman stands next to him and takes notes on a clipboard. Although we're a bit far away, I still give it a try and take out the camera and take a picture of the group. The scene. A group of adults from the camp is already formed. Some shout at the doctor and his assistant, Leave our children alone! Go away! The policemen raise their nightsticks to threaten them. The atmosphere at the gate is getting heated. The adult residents come closer and closer. Stay. When Mariah pulls Oscar away from the doctor, one of the policemen hits her arm with his nightstick. She cries out in pain and jumps back. More people come from inside of the camp and start yelling at the group. Another picture of the conflict is taken. I hear the sound of the police whistle and more policemen come running. Nightsticks drawn as they beat them. The civilians retreat into the camp. The camera clicks. The doctors and assistants push Oscar into the car parked in the front of the gate as he wails. Ryan and the other residents try to break through, but the police block their attempts. The engine starts and the car drives away. I take a picture of the car as it departs. We should get out of here. The police haven't reacted to the fact that we are here, but if it stays that way, says Berta. You're right. Leave. The best way to help is letting the world know what's happening here. If the police take your camera, you'll have no proof. We leave the camp at the opposite side and avoid the guards. When we are safely on our way back to Razahan, I ask Berta, what do you think they'll do to the boy? Hitler has been talking about solving the problem of Jews, the Romani, and everyone who isn't a healthy Aryan in Germany for years. But no one ever seems to ask what solving the problem really means. I don't know, I really don't, says Berta, and looks back at the camp where we see campfire smoke rising in the setting sun. But I know that we just saw is only the beginning. In September 1936, National Socialist Germany was largely accepted and well respected at home and abroad. At the same time, the Nazis began to exclude Jews, Sinti, and Romana, the disabled and so-called socialists from society. It was the beginning of what ended in killing of millions. Your leadership is strong and stable, and your group has recruited and retained enough supporters that it can withstand the brutal crackdown. End of chapter 2. We never got to blow the shit up.
No one outside the camp knew of the events of that day. No one wanted to know. The new Germany was being celebrated in Berlin, as if it were a country like any other. Hitler lied, and the world wanted to believe him. In 1938, Britain and France gave in to Germany's aggressive demands to annex the Sudetenland. Soon thereafter, Austria followed. When the Wehrmacht invaded Poland, Britain and France finally decided to declare war on Germany. An unleashed Wehrmacht spread murder and annihilation across Europe. The Nazis kept their promises, and we were devastated.